Hello and welcome to Code with Joe. In this tutorial we talk about Python file handling. So I will show you how to open, read and write files with Python. What I did here was I created a project folder. Inside my project folder I have a test file with just some random text. And here I have my Python file. We can read a file really simple by just saying F for file in this case, open, and then specify the file name if it is in the same folder. Then we can add .r for read, but we really don't need to specify it because read is already the default. So I'm going to delete this, and then we can just say print f dot read, and then we run this script with Python file.py, and you can see we print out the script out our content of our test file. We can also choose to read only the per line. We can also say read line. Then if we use read line only once, we can read the first line. We can copy this and we can run this again. Then we print the first two lines of our test file, and if I'm going to run this print it 3 times, then you guessed it right, we print the first 3 lines of our test file. We can also specify just saying we only want to print some characters. So let me delete all this. So we can say we want to print only the first 3 characters in our, not the first 43, only the first 3 characters. Then you can see we get only H, E and L. Those are the first 3 characters. You know, you can play around with this. You can add this, combine this with read lines, that you can read only the content of the third or second line, and so on. So the next thing, we can also loop through our file. We can say for x in f, we print x. So this way we go through our file line by line for x in f, so by file. So we print each file like this. So each line of the file, we can also print each line of the file also like this. Okay, so we can also, whenever we're done with using the file, it is a good practice to close the file. So at the end of our script, we would then just say file.close, and therefore we can delete the file out of our RAM. So we don't have we don't spend unnecessary memory just having the file in our RAM. Okay, so this is how you read files. Now we want to see how we can write files. This might be more interesting. So we just let me delete all this. We say file open. we say file dot write, and here I just add a string. This is some extension to the previous text. And here I need to specify a for append. Otherwise, if I do not specify a for append, then the content that is right now in the test file will be overwritten. So I'm going to demonstrate you this, and we can open the test file. We can say cat test.txt, and here you can see we it appended the text to our previous text, the same as it did it in here in the file. First we only had the first 3 lines, and we just appended the 4th line to it. So if I wouldn't do this, if I will run this without the a for append, let's see what happens. I need to run it with Python file.py, and we get an error because it's not writable. So we have to do something. If we specify w for write, then we also overwrite. So we overwrite our content. If I'm going to run this, cat test.txt, you can see everything was overwritten. That was everything that we had previously in our test file was overwritten just by the content that we specified here in, that we want to write into our file. All right. And with append, so a you don't have to specify. Append is if you want to append something like this. I'm going to append something. This is some extension. Now this is some text I appended. Let's run it. Now I need to run it with Python file.py. Delete all this, and when we open the file, this is some extension to the previous text, and then this is the new stuff that we appended to the file. Okay. It would have been better if we also included a line break, but for demonstration, I'm sure this is more than enough. We can also create files. We can say okay, so and we can create a new file saying fopen, and we name it demo.txt, and let's see what happens when we run this. Error, no such file or directory. Demoy.txt. Okay, I didn't want to say demoy, I wanted to say demoy. And we need to specify an X for create. Run it, and we should see the file up here. Yep, demo.txt. We can also create a file with, instead of X, we can also create a file with W for write, and you see it also does the same as the X. So either you use a W or an X will create a file. If it's not, if the file is not, if the file doesn't exist. Okay, and there we are at the last part about, let's talk about deleting files. So we need to import OS, and then we can say os.remove, and we remove demo2.txt. Save it. Okay, I need to put it inside a string, and let me run this. And this is how we can delete the demo.txt file or demo.2txt file. We can also run create a little script. We can say if os path exists, demo.txt, we say os.remove demo.txt. We say demo2, and here we also say demo2. I'm going to delete this, and here on our little script we add else print this file does not exist, and we run it, and we get the message that the file doesn't exist. Now we're going to check, we remove this and we check for the demo.txt. Okay, here we can add something else. We say file has been deleted. Run it, and we get the message here, file has been deleted, and we can also see here the file has been deleted from our project folder. Okay guys, this is it for handling files. I think it's really easy if you play around with it. I'm sure you guys get the hang of it really soon. Be sure to check out all my other tutorials, and I hope I see you guys in the next one. Thank you for watching. Bye.